The new year is coming, but are you truly ready to avoid the same traps from the past? Most people see the new year as a fresh start, but without the right mindset, we fall into the same mistakes year after year. What if I told you that the things you avoid today will determine your success tomorrow? The Stoics understood this better than anyone. They didn't just talk about change. They taught us how to control what we can and let go of what we can't. In this video, we'll uncover 6 crucial things you must avoid in the new year to break free from old habits and embrace a life of inner strength and clarity. Success isn't just about what you gain. It's about what you choose to leave behind. This year, take control of your life by leaving behind the things that hold you back. Let's dive in and make 2026 the year you become your best self. 1. Setting vague goals. Have you ever set a goal only to find yourself unsure of how to even begin? We've all been there. We say things like, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be happy." But these aren't goals. They're dreams. They're vague, undefined, and leave us wandering without direction. And here's the problem. Vague goals lead to confusion and frustration, not progress. The Stoics knew the power of clarity. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, understood that success is not about hoping things will happen. It's about setting clear intentions and taking deliberate action. When you don't have a clear goal, how will you know when you've achieved it? If you aim for everything, you'll hit nothing. Clear, specific goals are the foundation of success. Think about it. How many times have you set a vague goal like, "I want to be healthier," or "I want to make more money," only to find those goals fade away by the end of the year? This is because vague goals have no measurable steps. Without a clear target, you have no path to follow. Here's the Stoic approach. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," make it specific. "I will exercise for 30 minutes every day." Instead of saying, "I want to make more money," say, "I will increase my income by 20% by starting a side hustle." When you set clear, measurable goals, you give yourself a roadmap for success, and you can track your progress every step of the way. The power of clarity is immense. By breaking down your larger goals into smaller, more manageable actions, you create a plan you can follow day by day. The Stoics believed in taking action in the present moment, focusing on what we can control and not letting vague hopes guide us. You have power over your mind, not outside events, Marcus Aurelius reminds us. When you set clear goals, you're taking full responsibility for your actions. You're no longer waiting for things to fall into place. You're actively making them happen. The Stoic mindset isn't about wishful thinking. It's about clear, deliberate action. Action steps? Write down your goal. Make it specific and measurable. Break it down. Divide the goal into smaller, actionable steps. Set deadlines. Assign a clear timeline for each step so you stay on track. Track your progress. Review your achievements regularly and adjust when needed. The obstacle is the way, Marcus Aurelius said. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and move closer to your goal. When your goals are clear, obstacles become part of your journey, not barriers to your success. By setting specific, actionable goals, you're already ahead of the game. Don't just dream, plan. Don't just wish, act. Closing affirmation. I have the power to set clear goals and take action every day to achieve them. 2. Limiting yourself. How often do you hold yourself back, believing you're not capable of achieving something big? We've all set limits on ourselves at some point. We tell ourselves that we're too old, too young, too inexperienced, or simply not good enough. These limiting beliefs are the invisible chains that hold us back. But here's the truth. You are the only one who can truly limit yourself. The Stoics understood the power of belief. Epictetus taught us that our thoughts shape our reality. If you believe that you are incapable of achieving greatness, then you've already lost the battle before even starting. The Stoic mindset is about choosing to believe in your ability to act, no matter the obstacles or circumstances. Think about the times you've doubted yourself. How many opportunities have you missed simply because you thought you couldn't handle them? The Stoics would remind you that your strength is not in what you can already do, but in what you choose to overcome. The key is not in avoiding challenges, but in embracing them as opportunities for growth. Here's how you can change this mindset. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," shift your thinking to, "How can I do this?" Rather than focusing on the barriers, focus on the solutions. The Stoic warrior faces challenges head-on, knowing that the greatest growth often comes from the hardest battles. You are capable of more than you think. When you allow yourself to believe in your potential, you free yourself from the mental limitations you've set. The Stoics believed that our internal strength is far greater than external circumstances. By pushing through self-doubt and taking action, you become unstoppable. Action steps for overcoming limitation. Acknowledge the limit. Identify where you're holding yourself back. Challenge your beliefs. Replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones. Take small steps. Move toward your goal, even if it's a small step. Build resilience. Embrace discomfort as part of your growth. The obstacle is the way, Marcus Aurelius once said. The obstacles we face are the very things that can push us forward if we choose to face them with courage. 3. Wasting time on things that don't matter. Have you ever found yourself spending hours on something that in the end didn't really matter? We live in an age where distractions are everywhere. Our phones, social media, and the constant flood of information can easily hijack our time. The problem is that, much like our goals, our time is often wasted on things that bring us little to no value. Time is our most valuable resource, and once it's gone forever. The Stoics were masters of time management. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, frequently reminded himself of the importance of using time wisely. He understood that time, once lost, could never be regained. Stoic philosophy encourages us to prioritize what truly matters, to spend our time on things that contribute to our well-being and personal growth. In today's world, this is harder than ever, with countless distractions pulling us in different directions. Think about it. How much time do you waste scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or engaging in meaningless conversations? The Stoics would urge you to examine how you're spending your time, because without intentionality, time slips away unnoticed. We often justify this waste by telling ourselves, "I deserve to relax," or "I'll get back to work later." But in the end, we simply lose more time. The Stoic solution is simple. Don't waste time on things that don't align with your values. Instead, focus on what truly matters: your health, your growth, your relationships, and your purpose. The key isn't just to work harder, but to work smarter. It's about learning to say no to distractions and yes to the things that will help you grow. The key to time management is mindfulness. Being aware of how you spend your time is the first step. The Stoics practiced mindfulness in their daily routines, consistently asking themselves, "Is this action moving me closer to my goals?" If not, it was quickly discarded. They didn't waste time on trivial matters. Instead, they focused on activities that contributed to their personal development and the greater good. Take a moment to reflect. How many hours of your day are spent on activities that are not serving you? It's time to regain control over your time. To achieve meaningful success, we must make time for the things that will lead to real progress. Action steps to manage your time. Wisely, track your time. Keep a journal of how you spend each hour for a week. Identify where you're wasting time. Prioritize your tasks. Focus on activities that align with your goals. Eliminate distractions, set boundaries, say no to things that take time away from what truly matters. Schedule breaks. The Stoics understood the importance of rest. Take intentional breaks to recharge. Do not squander time, for that is the stuff life is made of, said Benjamin Franklin. The Stoics would agree, reminding us that every moment is an opportunity to grow. Make each moment count, and you will be amazed at how much you can achieve. 4. Putting happiness in external things. How often do you depend on external factors for your happiness? We live in a world that often tells us that happiness comes from what we have, where we live, or who we are surrounded by. Society encourages us to seek happiness in possessions, achievements, or validation from others. But here's the truth. If you place your happiness in anything external, you will always be at the mercy of those things. The Stoics understood that happiness is an internal choice. They taught us that true happiness does not come from external possessions or circumstances, but from how we perceive and react to those circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, repeatedly reminded himself that external events are outside of his control, but his reaction to them was entirely his responsibility. The Stoic philosophy tells us that our inner peace should not be dependent on things or people outside of ourselves. Instead, we must cultivate contentment within. Think about how often you've felt that you'd be happy if only you had more money, a better job, or a better relationship. These external circumstances may bring temporary satisfaction, but they don't guarantee lasting happiness. External things are fleeting, they come and go. When you tie your happiness to them, you give away your power to circumstances beyond your control. The Stoic approach is to focus on inner peace, not external conditions. Instead of seeking happiness through material things or achievements, the Stoics teach us to cultivate gratitude, self-control, and wisdom. Happiness, according to the Stoics, is about living a virtuous life, where we align our actions with our values and accept things as they are. It's about focusing on what we can control, the way we think, act, and respond to life. You don't need to depend on external sources for happiness. Instead of wishing for circumstances to change, the Stoics would encourage you to change your mindset. True happiness is found within. It's in how you choose to see the world, how you respond to challenges, and how you live according to your values. Action steps to cultivate inner happiness. Practice gratitude. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Focus on what you can control. Let go of the need to control everything outside of yourself. Align with your values. Live according to what truly matters to you, not what society says should matter. Engage in self-reflection. Reflect on your actions and how they align with your true purpose. Happiness depends upon ourselves, Aristotle once said. The Stoics would agree, emphasizing that no external circumstance can provide lasting happiness unless we choose to find it within ourselves. 5. Letting emotions control your actions. How often do you let your emotions control your actions? We've all been there. Whether it's anger, frustration, fear, or sadness, emotions have a way of taking over if we're not careful. When we act impulsively based on these emotions, the results are often not what we want. Emotions are powerful, but when we allow them to dictate our actions, we lose control over our decisions and our lives. The Stoics teach us to master our emotions, not let them master us. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, emphasized that while we cannot control external events, we can always control our reactions. The key to emotional control is not suppressing emotions, but learning to observe them without letting them dictate our actions. The Stoics understood that emotions are temporary, but our responses to them shape our character and destiny. Think about a time when you acted out of anger or fear. How did it affect your life? Most likely, those emotions led you to say or do things that you later regretted. When we let emotions drive our decisions, we act impulsively and often make poor choices. The Stoics would argue that it's not the emotions themselves that are harmful, but the way we allow them to control our behavior. The Stoic approach is to pause, breathe, and respond with clarity. When emotions rise, the Stoics recommend taking a moment to breathe, reflect, and question your response. Instead of acting on impulse, pause and ask yourself, is this reaction helping me, or is it taking me further from my goal? By creating space between stimulus and response, we give ourselves the power to choose a better course of action. Mastering your emotions is a practice, not a one-time event. It requires awareness and discipline, but over time, you can learn to respond with calm and purpose instead of reacting impulsively. The more you practice this, the more control you will have over your life. Action steps to control your emotions. Pause before reacting. When you feel an emotion rise, take a few deep breaths before responding. Label your emotions. Recognize what you're feeling and understand why you're feeling it. Shift your perspective. Ask yourself, is this emotion helping me make a better decision? Practice mindfulness. Regular mindfulness meditation can help you become more aware of your emotions and better control them. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, Epictetus wisely said. By mastering your emotions, you regain control over your actions and your life. The Stoics believed that emotional control was one of the highest forms of wisdom. Have you ever regretted acting on impulse? In moments of strong emotion, whether it's rage, anxiety, or sorrow, we often make choices we later regret. Our emotions, though natural, can cloud our judgment and lead us to act in ways that don't align with our true goals. Think about the last time you acted out of anger. Did it bring you closer to peace, or did it create more tension? The Stoics believed that our emotions don't control us unless we let them. They didn't teach us to suppress emotions, but rather to understand and control them. Emotions in themselves are not harmful. They are merely reactions to our perception of events. What matters is how we interpret these emotions and how we respond. By pausing and reflecting before acting, we can ensure that our reactions are aligned with our values and goals, not with momentary impulses. When you experience a strong emotion, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Instead of reacting immediately, take a step back and observe the emotion. This is where the power of Stoic practice lies. Being able to step outside of yourself and gain perspective. By creating space between stimulus and response, you take back control. The power of pause. The Stoics would advise us to use the pause as a tool to regain control over our reactions. When you feel overwhelmed, instead of reacting impulsively, take a breath and step away mentally. This small moment of stillness allows you to assess the situation more clearly and decide how best to respond. Emotional control is not about avoiding emotions, it's about choosing your response. The Stoics practiced this by regularly reflecting on their emotions and actions, allowing them to act with purpose rather than reaction. Over time, emotional control becomes second nature, and you'll begin to notice that you are less ruled by fleeting feelings. When faced with challenging situations, you'll have the mental clarity to respond thoughtfully instead of emotionally. Consider how this can transform your life. The next time you're faced with a difficult conversation, a stressful situation, or an emotional trigger, you'll be equipped to respond calmly and rationally. This control isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them and using them as signals to make better choices. 6. Expecting fairness. How often do you feel upset when life doesn't treat you fairly? In today's world, we often expect fairness in all situations. We expect people to treat us the way we treat them, and we expect the world to give us what we deserve. But expecting fairness from life can set you up for disappointment. Life, by nature, isn't always fair. People can be unfair, situations can be unjust, and outcomes can be unpredictable. The Stoics understood this truth deeply. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, taught that expecting fairness from others only leads to frustration. He believed that life was filled with inequality, hardship, and unfairness. The Stoic approach is not to expect fairness, but to accept what is and respond with wisdom and integrity. Think about it. How many times have you felt hurt, disappointed, or angry because life didn't go the way you expected? Maybe you were passed over for a promotion, treated unfairly in a relationship, or dealt with a setback that didn't feel just. Expecting fairness only creates unnecessary pain, as we cannot control how others behave or the circumstances around us. The Stoic approach teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our response. Instead of complaining or becoming bitter, we can choose how to respond with dignity and strength. Life isn't about waiting for fairness. It's about finding peace and strength within ourselves, regardless of what happens around us. By accepting that things won't always be fair, we free ourselves from the burden of constant disappointment. The Stoics practiced resilience and acceptance. Instead of expecting fairness, they taught themselves to see every unfair situation as an opportunity for growth. When we stop expecting fairness, we open ourselves to a deeper sense of inner peace and freedom. This shift in mindset allows us to focus on our own actions and reactions, not on the actions of others or the unfairness of life. Action steps for letting go of expectations of fairness. Accept what is out of your control. Recognize the things you cannot change and let them go. Shift your focus to your response. You can't control the actions of others, but you can control how you react. Practice gratitude. Instead of focusing on what's unfair, shift your focus to what you have and can control. Embrace the challenges. Use every unfair situation as an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. It is not events themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them, said Epictetus. When we expect fairness, we set ourselves up for emotional suffering. Instead of clinging to expectations, we must accept reality as it is and respond with the wisdom of the Stoics. By letting go of our need for fairness, we free ourselves to live more peacefully and powerfully. Expecting fairness from others often leads to frustration. When we expect fairness, we place our happiness and peace in the hands of others. This is a dangerous mindset. We hope for fairness from our friends, colleagues, or even the universe itself, but life does not always operate according to our sense of fairness. People will disappoint you, life will challenge you, and there's no guarantee that anyone will treat you how you expect. Instead of focusing on what's unfair, the Stoics urge us to focus on what we can control, our responses and actions. When you face an injustice, instead of being angry or resentful, ask yourself how you can learn from it. The Stoic response to unfairness is not to fight for fairness, but to practice equanimity in the face of adversity. The Stoic practice of seeing the bigger picture. The Stoics believed in seeing beyond the immediate situation. When unfairness arises, take a step back and look at the broader context. Life is full of challenges, and not all of them will be fair. Some people will hurt you, betray you, or disregard you. But these moments are opportunities for growth. You can choose to let these moments define your inner peace or use them to build strength. Marcus Aurelius often wrote in his meditations about the importance of seeing life through the lens of universal reason, and not through the lens of personal offense. When we stop focusing on the unfairness of the situation and shift our mindset to one of acceptance and learning, we free ourselves from the burden of anger and frustration. Letting go of fairness allows us to find peace. The more we expect fairness, the more we are setting ourselves up for disappointment. Once you release the expectation that life should be fair, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil that comes with feeling wronged. You learn to live by your principles, regardless of how others behave. In essence, the Stoics ask us to focus on living virtuously rather than trying to control external circumstances. By focusing on the quality of your character, how you handle challenges, and how you treat others, you transcend the need for fairness. When you live by your values, regardless of how others treat you, you are truly free. As we've explored today, the Stoic philosophy offers us powerful tools to navigate the complexities of life. In a world that constantly pushes us toward external validation, success, and fairness, the Stoics teach us to turn inward. The journey toward self-mastery and peace isn't about avoiding life's challenges, but about how we respond to them. The 6 lessons we've discussed today are reminders of the power we have over our own lives. Setting clear goals, overcoming self-limiting beliefs, prioritizing our time, focusing on internal happiness, mastering our emotions, and accepting life's inherent unfairness are not just principles for success. They are the foundation of a resilient and meaningful life. By embracing these principles, we not only improve our external circumstances, but we cultivate a peace and strength within that can withstand even the toughest challenges. The Stoics understood that true freedom comes from within, from taking responsibility for how we think, feel, and act. When we free ourselves from the need for external validation and expectations, we unlock our full potential. Remember, the obstacle is the way. Life will always throw challenges our way, but how we meet those challenges defines us. You have the power to shape your life, not through the things you can't control, but through the way you respond to them. As you move forward into the new year, I encourage you to reflect on these lessons and take action. Let go of the things that hold you back. Embrace your inner strength and remember that you are in control of your mind, your actions, and your happiness. Thank you for watching, and I encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom to help guide you on your journey. Here's to a stronger, more resilient you in 2026.